Keys for Team USA in gold medal game versus France. It took the greatest comeback in the United States Olympics history to get it done. But Team USA is back in the gold medal game of the 2024 Men's Basketball Olympics, thanks to the heroics of Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Joel Embiid. After struggling through the first 4 games of his first Olympic stint, Curry came through when his country needed him the most. The Golden State Warriors superstar had perhaps the best performance in Team USA Olympics history as he erupted for 36 points, the second most ever in USA men's basketball, and 9 three-pointers, to lead the United States to an epic 95-91 comeback win over Serbia. Meanwhile, James had 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 rebounds, notching just the 4th triple-double in Olympic history. Durant also had his imprint, as he made the insurance basket late in the game to put Serbia away. The Americans had adversity staring them in the eye when they found themselves trailing by as much as 17 points midway through the second quarter. The threat of a monumental upset brewed even further when they entered the fourth quarter with a 13-point deficit. But led by Curry, Durant, and James, the United States mounted a fierce comeback in the final period, where they outscored Serbia 32-15 to prevent the upset and keep their hopes alive of winning gold medal number 17 for Team USA. It was certainly a special night as Team USA showcased their togetherness, especially in that terrific fourth quarter run. Earlier in the day, France took down the reigning FIBA World Cup champion Germany in their side of the bracket to book their second straight gold medal game, setting up a rematch of the championship of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. After an up-and-down group stage, the host nation has been terrific in the 2 knockout games. They pulled off upsets in the quarterfinals against Canada and rebounded from a bad loss to Germany in the group stage to knock off the 2023 FIBA World Cup champs in the semifinals. As seen on Thursday, Team USA's path to gold is no cakewalk. After barely squeezing past Serbia, the United States must now deal with a hungry France team, led by a young 7-foot behemoth in Victor Wembanyama, who is motivated to give his country its first Olympic gold ever. The Americans have a tall task ahead of them, figuratively and literally. Here are the 3 keys for Team USA to winning the gold medal game versus France on Saturday. Steve Kerr needs to play his best players. Kerr's rotations and lineup decisions have been questionable in the Olympics. Team USA just managed to escape by the skin of their teeth against Serbia. Steve Kerr should thank his Warriors superstar, Steph Curry, for saving him once again from another embarrassing exit on the international stage. Had the United States fallen and failed to even get to the gold medal game, a lot of the blame would have gone to Kerr for his questionable coaching decisions and rotations. Kerr has received a ton of flack for this reason throughout the tournament. He has been inconsistent with his rotations, citing the need to match up with the opposing team as the reason for his lineup decisions. The Warriors head coach has notoriously benched notable stars like Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton, who both received DNPs once again against Serbia. Now playing a winner-take-all, Kerr cannot screw around with his lineups anymore and just play his best players. To his credit, that's exactly what he did in the fourth quarter against Serbia. Team USA top performers versus Serbia. If there is one lesson for Kerr to take away from this game, it's this: just play the best players. There's no point in giving too many guys 15 to 20 minutes every game, especially at this stage of the tournament. Case in point was Thursday, where only 6 players played 20-plus minutes. The rotation especially tightened up in the second half. Kerr played Curry, James, and Durant for pretty much the entire fourth quarter. The 3 legends were the main catalysts of Team USA's comeback, along with Embiid, who finally played his best game of the tournament. In the end, Curry wound up playing 33 minutes, while James saw 32. After playing just 7 minutes in the first half, Durant was on the floor for 17 of the final 20 minutes of the game. Anything short of gold would be a failure for the United States. Kerr knows what his bread and butter should be, and he can't go around playing with his rotations anymore in the gold medal game. 2. Defense leading into transition. Defense to offense was key in USA's comeback versus Serbia. Defense leading into transition. Defense to offense was key in USA's comeback versus Serbia. Team Team USA will also need to be on point defensively in the gold medal game to spoil France's Cinderella run in Paris. The United States defense led up in the first half against Serbia as Jokic and company found their rhythm early, especially from beyond the arc. But the Americans locked in defensively in the fourth quarter, and this, in turn, helped them find their rhythm in the period and get going in transition. Kevin Durant credited the team's defense for turning the game around in the final frame, where they outscored Serbia 32-15. By our defense, getting out and running in transition. We barely called plays, we just played off of each other well. Guys just knew each other, where we're going to be on both ends of the floor. It was special to be a part of. Kevin Durant. Team USA will need to rely on this same game plan on Saturday. The United States must find a way to get in transition, and that will only happen if they are able to get stops on the other end of the floor. With that said, the Americans should play disciplined defense and avoid fouling. That is, of course, if the officiating will allow physicality from both teams. As noted, France plays with a lot of physicality, and that includes the offensive side of the floor. They are aggressive in their attacks to the basket and emphasize getting to the paint. France lived from the foul line during their quarterfinal game against Canada, where they shot 42 free throw attempts. Throughout the tournament, the host nation has averaged over 20 free throws per game. If the United States is able to limit France's trips to the foul line and get in transition, they should be able to generate easy looks and neutralize the Frenchmen's defense. 3. Dealing with France's physicality. Defense has been France's calling card in the knockout games. Defense is the reason why France has made it to the gold medal game. The Frenchmen have played with so much energy, effort, and physicality on that end of the floor over their last two outings. As such, the United States should prepare for a physical battle on Saturday. Though France is also getting a lot of energy from playing in front of their rowdy home fans, they have the personnel to employ one of the top defenses of the tournament so far. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama is the anchor of this defense, and his presence alone, inside the paint, should make Team USA players wary of taking the ball to the basket. But apart from the young NBA star, guys like Nicolas Batum, Gershon Yabusel, and Matthias Lesort have been terrific in providing great activity on that end of the floor as well. France defense, 2024 Paris Olympics. Surprisingly, Vincent Collet has made the bold decision to limit the playing time of four-time Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert in his rotation. He has played Gobert a combined 8 minutes over the last two games, and has instead employed just one big man to anchor the paint and instill a more versatile defensive lineup. Look for France to be physical on guys like Curry, Durant, and Booker throughout the game. Likewise, they will also likely emphasize protecting the paint to prevent James from going downhill and Embiid from getting comfortable looks around the rim. France has held its opponents to just 76.6 points per game in 5 tournament games so far. Over their last 2 outings, they have limited their opponents to just 39.1% shooting from the field and 27.3% from long distance. This is why it will also be key for the United States to be able to get into transition and into the flow of their offense to generate good looks from beyond the arc, where they have been deadly throughout the tournament.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for daily updates.